Hello, everyone. American Pie, released in the distant year of 1999, became not just a hit for all times, but essentially created a genre such as youth comedy, feeling great to this very day. Moreover, the colossal success of the first part, which naturally very few counted on, led to American Pie turning into a franchise that in total earned a colossal $1 billion. Naturally, all its participants also became superstars overnight, recognized and loved by the whole world. But there's just one catch, because if you analyze the situation, it turns out that none of the young and promising actors who shot up so powerfully in the movie of '99 managed to secure this success in the long run. Moreover, the fates of some of the cast of the Pie turned out to be quite sad, leading to the term American Pie curse. Today, let's try to figure out how exactly the lives of these once cult actors from the cult film unfolded, and why their careers did not work out. This will certainly be interesting, and we must start with the main character of American Pie, Jim Levinstein, or actor Jason Biggs. At the time of filming American Pie, this guy was just 20 years old, and the role that made him famous worldwide, as usual, he received, one might say, by chance. By the way, according to Jason himself, his appearance helped him a lot because the film's authors were looking for a typical Jewish guy. So Jason Biggs even joked that he has a Jewish character, although in reality, the actor has Italian roots. At the time of filming with the Pie, Jason already had quite serious experience working in cinema and television. But of course, all this could not even come close to comparing with the insane popularity he received after the role of Jim Levinstein. So immediately after the premiere in 1999, Biggs began to shoot a lot. In addition, he signed an exclusive contract with Miramax Films and simultaneously made a deal to develop new projects with 20th Century Fox. So the actors certainly did not complain about a lack of films then. But here's the thing. Besides American Pie and its sequels, in which Biggs starred more than once, he never again managed to find such a bright and memorable role. Or maybe Jason just so hit the image that the actor could not outdo himself. In short, his career has enough roles, but to say that among them were straight hits is very difficult. And even participation in the quite popular series Orange is the New Black did not return the actor to his former glory. So, despite a rather dense filmography for most, Jason Biggs remains that guy from American Pie. And since 2017, he has even disappeared from radars. So honestly, it's even somewhat difficult to say what the actor is doing now and how he lives. Something similar, by the way, can be said about Jim's cinematic girlfriend, Michelle Flaherty, performer of this role, Allison Hannigan. She also got into the shooting of American Pie already with a name, because in 1997, the actress was approved for a role in the then cult youth series, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And the resounding success of the Pie only added popularity to the young star. So at the end of the 90s and the beginning of the 2000s, she simply had to become a superstar. But alas, this did not happen because, due to her constant typecast as a strange girl and a supporting actress, in this category, Allison even received the Saturn Award 3 years in a row. In general, due to all this and perhaps some other reasons, film studios never considered the actress as a solo star. Therefore, she starred in the following Pies, and almost 6 years in a row, helped to exterminate vampires with her friend Buffy, and in the breaks participated in clearly not the most promoted projects. In general, in recent times, starting from around 2014, films with Allison Hannigan are hard to find in cinemas. All these are low-budget, often indie productions that are released directly in digital format. Well, the star of American Pie could not become a real star, although she had absolutely all the chances. Things were a bit better for another super charismatic actor from the Pie franchise, Stifler's performer, Sean William Scott. About him, we recently made a separate video. Be sure to watch it, so now we will be brief. It was the role of the perpetually horny, impetuous, and damn charming guy Steve Stifler that made the American Sean or mascot at the end of the 90s a real star. But here's the thing. Incredible popularity and just a 100% hit in the image of Stiff played the actor the cruelest joke in his career. Because the audience and even the filmmakers themselves simply refused to perceive Sean outside his character from American Pie. All of them, as one, could not imagine why suddenly Steve would play someone else on screen. And so Scott essentially fell into the classic trap of a single role, and many of his projects after American Pie simply copied the image of Stifler without any conscience. And separate attempts to break the situation and first become a star of action movies, as in the film Bulletproof Monk, and then, many years later, retrain as a dramatic actor, as in the work Before I Go, ended equally unsuccessfully. Neither the audience nor the critics accepted such Sean. They needed the same stifler, after which the actor simply disappeared from the screens. Yes, he took up voice acting, for example, in all the Ice Age periods and many games. But the face of old pal Stiff practically never appeared to the wide audience again. And, for example, the next participant of today's video, Vicky or Tara Reid, can be said to have almost broken the curse of American Pie because the actress seemed to have found herself and everything was good for her. But Tara was let down by her passion for plastic surgery. Because 20 years ago, half of all American teenagers were in love with the actress, not only. And her roles in the cult film The Big Lebowski, and of course American Pie, made her one of the most popular and promising young celebrities of her time. It seemed that everything was fine, but suddenly Tara decided that her appearance was not spectacular enough, and she urgently needed to improve it. So, at the beginning of the 2000s, the actress decided to have breast augmentation and liposuction, which began her years of problems. Because I don't know how world stars manage to find such incompetent doctors, but Tara clearly turned to the wrong guy. Both procedures went extremely unsuccessfully, after which there were obvious visible defects and wavy sagging skin. Plus, health problems began. The actress herself shared all this in one of the interviews. "My stomach became bloated like a balloon," she told E! News. "I had this huge lump next to my navel. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini and lost a lot of work." But even more so, considering that Tara's created typecast presented her as a beauty and a cool girl from youth films. What came out after her so-called improvement no longer corresponded to such an image. Therefore, directors very quickly forgot about the former favorite. "Outside of American Pie, everyone kissed my ass," says Tara. "I didn't understand how good I had it then. But then everything changed. In general, since 2014, the actress has not starred in a single film, and her work on television is also not shining now. So, such a gloomy finale was not funny, by the way, for the cinematic boyfriend of Heroine Reid, the performer of the role of Kevin Thomas Ian Nicholas. With this actor, things are absolutely amazing because, starting at the age of 8, he began acting in films, and more than successfully. On television, the young actor's career also developed extremely rapidly. He participated in many series, including the very Santa Barbara. And in general, the future Kevin, in his so to say Pie period, was one of the most promising young actors of his time, who was fantastically successful in all his roles, a consequence of which was participation in the very American Pie, where Nicholas was perhaps the youngest of all his partners from the main cast. Naturally, after the release of the film, his popularity soared to the heavens, and after the first part, the shooting of its 2 and 3 went. But then something incredible happened. The super successful and in-demand young actor, who became even more successful after. Participating in the cult film suddenly became unnecessary to anyone. So after the third part in 2003, he disappeared from the screens for 6 years. To this day, many are guessing why it turned out this way and do not find clear answers. Perhaps one of the reasons is the sharp fascination with music because Thomas Ian Nicholas created his own band back in '98, with which he later recorded several albums. Maybe it's all about the actor being disappointed in the world of big cinema after the Pie saga. Or maybe it's just the fate of all American Pie actors. I don't know, but the fact remains that after participating in this franchise, a very promising career suddenly crashed. And after 2012 and the film American Pie Reunion, you never saw Thomas Ian Nicholas on our screens again. His cinematic friend Chris Klein, by the way, didn't go far from this either because he very successfully started his cinematic career with American Pie in '99. Then the young actor seemed to have found his path, starring in the Pie sequels and even in 2002, sharing the site with Mel Gibson in the film We Were Soldiers. But then the sweet life engulfed the young star. In 2005, he was arrested for drunk driving. Then the story repeated in 2010, after which the actor went to rehabilitation. That is, apparently, for many years he actually had serious problems with alcohol, which largely affected his career. And also, somehow, the teenage romantic image of Chris very quickly bored the filmmakers, and they stopped inviting him to shoot so actively. So now, from the latest in his works, this role in the series The Flash, because in cinema, the once super and promising actor no longer appears for a long time. Well, the last of the cohort of friends is Finch. actor Eddie K. Thomas, who came to American Pie already as an established theater actor, even having Broadway productions to his account. But after the role of Finch, it cannot be said that his career made a quantum leap, but rather on the contrary, participation in American Pie turns out to be, strangely enough, the peak of this actor's career, after which it went downhill. Although, by the way, in 2002, he was even offered a professional football contract, but Eddie decided that he would dedicate himself to the world of cinema, and the world of cinema decided otherwise. Therefore, the actor, alas, forever remained a star of one role, as sad as it is. In general, these are the fates of the stars of American Pie. If you found it interesting to watch, put your thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to our channel. Also, write if you are interested in a similar format about actors from other cult films and franchises, and also write exactly which ones. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye to everyone.